speaking on the new minimum wage, the committee, the federal government, yes. And we're speaking on the 200,000 naira the NLC leader proposed, and if it's realistic looking at the current economic situation in Nigeria. So yes.
Yeah. When you were talking about the economic situation in Nigeria, if you are talking in terms of maybe the revenue of the government, then I will rather support the NLC. They insist on that because the money that politicians are sharing among themselves does not prove to anybody that the government does not have money. Okay. All right, that is one. Then you are talking from the other side of you say inflation and the economics and the function of the economy. Yeah. Then that may even need a reconsideration. Okay, because one, that's why I sympathize with this committee. I don't know the parameter. No, I'm not very honest. Okay. What parameter are they going to use to decide what the minimum
well,
should
we
be?
didn't see the committee complaining. They said they would meet up and
no, we are not changed. Hold on.
So
no, wait. They said they are going to check what obtained in the West African sub-region. How can you say that? It showed that the committee is already failing.
Oh,
we are talking about Nigerian situation.
They just started. Okay. So let's give them a benefit of doubt.
If you are going to put, let's say the minimum wage is going to be placed on, optimum productivity. That makes a little, a balance. Now, if we insist on the side of labor, let's peg it to the current situation, inflation, high prices. And if tomorrow the economy bounces back and prices drop, then they are going to have crisis.
Will they go back to
they are going to have crisis. So they are going to look for that balancing. But
let's
but for the fact the politicians are sharing excess money among themselves, they are not going to have any excuse.
All right, let's hear Mr. Ari on this. I see you smiling.
I had earlier discussed this on one of the platforms that I was invited to. The anchor was surprised when I took a stand on supporting the labor and then chastising the federal government and the executive arm of government. And then I started by, coming from history, in the way government conspicuously spend our money. Okay, from traveling out of the country to ESSA code, to salary wages, to the National Assembly, collecting about 160 billion, okay, and then you are expecting labor to fold their arms to say that they will be collecting 1 naira per minimum wage. What they are taking now is a wage, it's not what's it called? It's not a minimum wage. It's just a wage, as far as I'm concerned. Minimum wage, if we must look at it with reality of the economy, they should get up to at least 100,000, 150,000 in this country.
But not 200.
Not 200 because of the fact that our revenue is only from one source.
Okay.
That is crude oil.
Have you seen the recent reports when they say that non-crude oil revenue has increased? So now the government is claiming that they're having more revenue from non-oil products. So don't say that.
You see, non-crude oil. Let me land. Non-crude oil. Non-oil revenue. They are talking maybe from little other things, but largely. Don't agree with that. Or in the way you would not agree with the subsidy that they said they have removed, that is not yet removed. So please don't agree. But the reality on ground is that, like the editor have said earlier, those committee would find a very tasking process, because the reality that the labor will be looking at is the fact that government politicians, Nigerian politicians who are driving our economy must come clean, must tell us what are they projecting, what are they preaching, and what do they expect the labor arm to receive. These are laborers who work for their wages. So you are the politician who drive policy. So the wages that you are being given now is not even enough for some of them to take their children to school. So you are collecting extra code. A National Assembly member, before he leaves office, you know how much they earn, and the rest of them, but they will come out to tell us another thing. But one curious thing that is always, giving me worry is in the fact that opposition too, when they get to National Assembly, they support them.
They are politicians now.
Okay, so you can see the politicians. They will go for unity there. So against the people that voted for them. So these are the areas of concern. But let me be realistic. Be realistic here. The committee had a lot of tasks on their table.
All right.
So that's my
again,
view.
Our time is far gone. But if we want to be honest, we still have states that are still paying 18,000 naira. They haven't even come up to the current, So now looking at increasing. But
yes, let me quickly answer that. Nigeria, Lagos is taking 30,000 now. Lagos is, but don't forget, Labour is under legislative list.
Okay.
That every state has power, to legislate what they can offer. Okay. You cannot compare Lagos to Sokoto. Sokoto State does not have any means of alternative revenue. You don't expect them to pay heavy staff that they have that amount, and that the state will not collapse, including Plateau, including other states. But some Niger Delta states or state, they can legislate some amount. But that is the legislative aspect of it. And then we must begin to think inward on how to harness our resources in the states of the federation, so that we can be able to get more resources and then more development and then more.
These are resources in state and federal government is controlling. They are not giving the state the space to control their own resources.
Yes.
And that's a problem.
Our time is gone. Thank you so much, Mr. Olusegun Ariyo and Mr. Sunday Odibashi. Thank you so much.
Thank you.